We can't see it, but we're all trapped inside these strange repeating loops. But this is the moment for you to show us what is real. I remember this.
First off, thank you both so much for taking the time today. Congratulations on this film. It is just so cool.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
One sequence that I wanted to ask about specifically is the skyscraper jump, because from what I understand, that was a lot more practical than people might actually be aware of. So can you talk about just the preparation for that process and executing it?
Sure. It was designed by the stunt coordinator, Scott Rogers, and but initiated by Lana Wachowski, the director's vision, to have these a lover's leap. It was a lover's leap. And so he started us in the wires, and this kind of started level, getting up higher and higher to like, I guess 5 containers, shipping containers, and then we left. And in terms of getting ready for it, I mean, I think what you speak about is
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in my hotel room, in the dark, training my mind to do that. It was really, for me, I call it mind training. I had to train my mind to get to that point, which I love doing. The mind's powerful, you know?
All the explanation you need.
I still know Kung Fu.
Working with Keanu Reeves, specifically in the action sense, because obviously he is a legend in this genre. What was your first day like, just stepping on set, knowing that you were going to be doing this in front of cameras?
First day, I mean, I was very excited about getting in. You know, he was very excited about making sure that I had all the tools that I needed in order to fly, in order to be, you know, in order to look good and to be comfortable. He was just, you know, he was an advocate from day one. You know, my biggest advocate really in making sure that I was trained, that I had all of the gun training that I, you know, all the gun training that I required, all the physical training that I required, that I really had the best eyes and hands on me, because he knows how much it takes and how much you need to be able to own your physicality and your style in order to tell the best story. So Keanu was, you know, I call him captain for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, the first day I had with him, actually, it was just a dialogue scene where there wasn't any fighting or anything. It was our first scene together, and there was 2 things that really struck me about him. The first was that he didn't bring his phone to the set. He just never had his phone. He was always kind of just present and sitting there and looking in his script. And this other thing that shocked me so much is that he was poring over the scene that we were doing and saying the lines to himself and running things with me, and he was so invested in being as good as he possibly could. Mm-hmm. And I thought, wow, this, for someone that is coming back to a character they've already played before, he's done a million movies, and still he's there to be his absolute best. It really set the tone for me.
Did you get the opportunity to take anything home from set?
You know, a lot of people ask me that. I don't know why I didn't think of it.
Well, what would you have taken?
I don't know. Just, the thing, my instrument thing that I still don't know what it is. 4 flutes.
Did you ever try?
It was for neurosurgery, Jessica.
Was there a hole to blow into? And
no, I was plugged.
Oh,
they took away the fun.
No, lame. I took.
You took something?
I took things.
Wow. I was too scared to be fired.
Take things.
Nice. I was just scared.
Nice. Well, I'm sorry. What did you take, Jessica?
Yeah. What did you take?
So, in the scene in Tokyo, which a clip has now come out, there's a girl who beats Neo up with this bag, and it looks like an egg, a dragon egg. And it's not like I stole, like, no, I said at the end of the day, I said, just so everyone knows, I'm going to take that. And everyone was like, ha 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 ha. And then I did.
And nobody asked you where it was? You have Warner Brother
No.
property somewhere in your home?
No.
and they don't care?
That it's all good. It's all good.
I wish I knew this information beforehand. I just want to know.
Well, now it's
I
something
have
to take
the
into all the
bag
future
ready.
movies that you do. You just, swipe stuff from set. It's good. It's good practice.
You have to.
We thought elements from your past might help ease you into the present.
Nothing comforts anxiety like little nostalgia.
When this project was getting rolling, I'm curious if you made the decision to revisit the original trilogy, and if you did, just what you kind of took from those watchings, and if there was anything that you actually forgot about your character.
Yes, I did. Did you watch?
Yeah, I did.
Not that I forgot, but I watched the trilogy.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. And it was just really cool to see how well they held up and how wonderful the films are.
Yeah, it was sort of like going back and looking at an old photo album, you know. I had forgotten a lot of it, actually, but I remembered pretty quickly and felt the same way, that they're just such beautiful films, all three of them.
I tried not to have too many preconceived notions before I came in. If anything, I think that this, more than anything, I tried to not to plan, not to fantasize about it and dream about it, and try to just go along for the ride.
I mean, I was terrified, honestly. Not for any other reason, but I was terrified because my first day of shoot was just a lot. I was standing in front of this entire cast, and I had to speak all the lines of the whole movie in one sunset, and I have a lot of words. So I was terrified. I was like, oh my gosh, if I embarrass myself as an actor in front of like this lot of people, I'm never going to work again. So I was terrified for that reason. But you know what? It was fine. I got through it.
Yeah, you killed it.
Maybe this isn't the story we think it is.
Set and setting, right? It's all about set and setting.
In the fact that you are portraying these well-known characters, was there a part of your process in preparation where you wanted to like emphasize like certain specific details in the characters, either you or Lana Wachowski wanting you to do it?
No, not really. There were some times where it was important to Lana that I held the space. You know, I think the Morpheus that Laurence introduced us to, he was so grounded and had so much gravitas, and Lana wanted to make sure that I embodied my performance with that in certain moments. But in other times, it was important for me to be light and for me to be the complete opposite, you know. So, you know, but it was also important, you know, to myself to be able to pick and choose when to enunciate certain things or to lean into that more classic style of the Morpheus that we know, because I also wanted to make sure that we did honor that character and honor the things that we love about him, but while also, you know, doing the things that I wanted to do this time around and following those opportunities.
Yeah, it's the same. There was certain moments in the script that were consciously playing homage to things before, and even in the script saying that it would flash back and forth in clips from the old film to the current film, so it could help tell the story of this new programming. And I did watch the original films a lot, and just to sort of like get it in my subconscious somehow, even though this version that I'm playing of the former character is quite different. It was just fun to watch Hugo weaving. I mean, what he does is so iconic. So it was great to sort of revisit that, and then really fun with Lana to explore how different we could be as well.
One time, Lana told me to think Clint Eastwood. But it was like halfway into filming. So I'd already done the other half, and I was like, oh, okay.
I just need to go back and watch the movie again and see the Clint in you when, you know, you're playing Bugs. I think that'll be
I don't
great.
think I did a good Clint.
What's your Clint? I'd love to know.
I mean, Clint is he's just angry. He's just an angry...
just mad.
He just grumbles when he's angry. Yeah,
That face.
I was like, I don't know if I can do that in this film. I don't know. I'm so verbose as well. Our characters talk so much, and if you do the Clint, you talk like no one's gonna understand.
I just referenced, whatever information I had about my character Sati within the universe. And there was enough information. There was so much foreshadowing with her character when she was under the care of the Oracle, and the fact that she would be a bridge between humans and machines, and she'd have a pivotal role in Neo's journey. So I took all of that stuff and took the lines from the movie and sort of created my own story of where she would be and who she would be right now.
The most important choice in Neo's life is not his to make.
If you want to see Trinity again, fight for her!
I laughed out loud when I saw Chad Stahelski play Tiffany's husband in the film. I'm curious just how that came together and just that idea. What was the genesis of that idea?
There's a lot of fun in the film. And I think Lana Wachowski, Chad Stahelski worked with Lana on the trilogy. As he says, he went to film school, Wachowski Film School, and I think it was just fun for Lana to put him in the movie as your husband.
Handsome Chad.
Handsome Chad. The man, who I've worked with is my rival.
Very different circumstance in the John Wick movies, for sure.